Hola, my lovers! It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy to be here with you. Happy Friday! I mean, I'm somebody who the days of the week mean nothing to me anymore. It's just pure flow. It's now, and now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this. It's part of like what the flow state happens. Time, in essence, dissolves. Certainly from that. You remember, like, certainly I remember the Sunday night dread of having to go, or any, like, having to go back to work the next day or back to school. And I remember becoming aware of that, yeah, that feel and I call them like the collective imprints, the collective programs, ultimately limiting, right? Because it's like we can only have fun and let loose at the weekend, and then we have to put our suits on and get serious and sit down. So yeah, that's part of this big paradigm shift that we're in. It's like we've got to break free. We have to break free from this oppressive enslavement system, and everything that's going on right now is a big part of this awakening. I did see you. Hello. Hi Pragya Joshi, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I'm just feeling a lot more energized. It's taken a solid, let's see, March, April, May, June. It's taken like 3 to 4 months to really heal from my time in Bristol, and I'm feeling so much better, and I've got a lot more energy, and bookings are coming in real nice and steady. So I'm so thankful for all of you. Yeah, let's have you ask a question. Hi Gaurav, how are you? Pragya, feel free, ask away, sweet thing. Manish, what's Manish's intentions? Hey Eddie, how are you? Eddie Machete. I'm hearing a thunder. I don't know why I get that song with you. Just kind of a bit of a bedos in the best sense possible. It's possible. Marish has texted you, so what's the intention? Here's something empowering. You can ask people what their intention is. That's a clear way to maybe get a sense of it. Well, there's a sense of like maybe you've been waiting around, but the Justice and the Nine of Cups is in reverse. So maybe I don't like the sense of like malevolence necessarily. However, if you've been waiting for this person to come around, the cards aren't necessarily so an injustice and then potential feeling unlucky, right? This is luck, and then that would be, the opposite essentially. So if you've been waiting around for this situation, what the cards say certainly is like it's not necessarily going to bring you the justice that you deserve, because you deserve to be here. We all deserve this. I mean, truly, I believe that. And yet sometimes the people we're attracting aren't, as in we can't look to other people to bring us this. That's another piece, okay? So if you're waiting around for it, it's certainly offering this sense of like, keep empowering yourself, keep bigging yourself up, keep believing in justice, keep believing in your luck, in your emotional fulfillment, in all that you deserve, right? And certainly don't expect it from somebody else, because the cards are saying this person's not likely to give you that feeling or bring this justice that you're manifesting. Sweet, thank you. So Gaurav, you've asked how will my career be? Do you see abundance? Let's see what comes out. So I feel very in this moment, I'm gonna grab the Osho deck, okay? Lorna, Hannah in the house. How are you, Spite Flying? I'm sure you just got a little notification come through about some cookies. Some cookies have been baked. I'm not sure though. That could have been Gorav, career-wise, how's it going there? How's the career going? That card feels it. So this card wants to come up. I feel this card is showing me a lion in sheep's clothing, Gorav. Then that makes me feel like I get a sense that you might be, okay, this is sort of like me bigger than like a career path possibly. I'm not sure, but these two cards have come up. Now, right away I'm getting a feeling like I feel like maybe you're in possibly a wrong career or something like that. Like you're the lion and you're working with the sheep, which clearly won't work because the lion's either gonna eat the sheep or never come into their full power as the king of the jungle, right? So I feel like there's a bit of a perception shift that you're maybe headed for around the fact that there could be some experiences or some inner desires in you that make you start to be like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm not a fucking sheep, I'm a lion, I can do whatever I want, like I can, right? And that you might be headed for a bit of a transformational phase of your life. The additional layer of advice that cards are pulling through here is that you sharing yourself, or you, it has something to do with your creative expression, ultimately. Inspired flow, and or something more directly like feeding hungry mouths or putting food on the table. Well, it's because she's got a plate of food obviously here, but possibly I get a sense of more directly like you helping people, and the help has to do with the divine gifts that you have to share. And there again, the lion can't really give of himself if he's surrounded by sheep and trying really hard to pretend to be sheep. Well, certainly, here's the thing, Gaurav. If you're in the wrong job, no, there will not be abundance. Not likely. Because this lion can't receive the truth of his abundance if he's playing small. Okay? So, okay, here's another piece. Now, this card is a very abundant card. So the cards aren't... I'm a student right now. Oh, holla. Okay, I get you. I was gonna say, like, this is a bit of a journey, right? As in, it's like, I was getting the feeling when you're asking about career that you're like applying for work and am I gonna nail the gig? That's not the feeling I'm getting. I'm getting a feeling of you're coming into your own. And yeah, this card is an extraordinarily this card is an extraordinarily abundant card. I almost connect this to like the Empress, maybe a Queen of Cups, but more like Empress. So the cards, Gaurav, you don't have anything to worry about. You're an abundant lioness or lion. You're an abundant human being who has a huge amount to offer. And as you come into your own, yes, you will more than likely have an abundant career and an abundant life, because the cards are saying you're at a phase of your life where you're approaching this sense of breaking free from limiting conditions, stepping into your power as a lion, as a leader, as a pioneer, as a... It does, again, these words can often delude us a little bit and make us think that, oh shit, I meant to be leading protests or like leading a business. It doesn't... I really, like, no, don't judge a book. It has nothing to do with what it looks like on the external. It has to do with you being the connected creator, the truth of your being. And as you let that shine, as you bring that out into the world, absolutely, abundance is yours for the taking. Okay? There's just a bit of a journey. Like, you could say that you said you're a student, right? So this could even be as you graduate. So your graduation process is you coming into more of your wholeness and not being necessarily aligned with these other sheeps. And then the graduation liberates you to start to figure out what it is you want to share and how you're going to be sharing those gifts to the world. And then holla, like this, think of it this way as well. Like this character is never without. This character shares endlessly and also has a deep inner knowing that she is infinitely resourceful, infinitely abundant, never worries about the having of things, never worries, just can give, because she's already completely protected by her own divinity, by her own, the flowering of her consciousness is how she is aligned. And this is the path that you're on. You're on the path of grace and benevolence. So in that regard, you will be successful, abundant, and you will continue to be guided. There. That's the so yeah, Gaurav, that's the vision. I literally keep seeing somebody putting food in people's mouths, and so that is part of your path. And the cards want to say you will find your way. You will find your way into this energy so that you can do exactly what you want. And feeding people, fantastic, beautiful, beautiful, you know, way. And like all of us, we're all being guided to love and support and extend that in various ways. So definitely that's the vision I'm getting. And so you will, in God's grace, or in the divinity sense of self, you will be guided, and you will absolutely be supported to do the work that you're here to do, which again, I feel that too, to feed people. Hi Scott, saw you. Did somebody say cookies? That's when you made me laugh. That's a cookie master. Oh. All right. Did any more questions come through, my lovers? Oh, there, Lorna. She's finished her baking. Lorna joined us on the live share crew. We had our first Zoom meetup, and she was just baking, and it was like I could almost smell the bake. What were they? Peanut butter cookies and chocolate chip. So now did we finish, and we got the glory, hallelujah. We got to see all of these. You were busy. You must have been so busy finishing up because you had loads of cookies there. Oh my God, I'm just realizing how beautifully like in sync is all that. You like to feed people, and we've got Lorna showing up, having spent the evening baking cookies for her community. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, my niece turned 4 a few days ago, and the day before my niece's birthday, we were on a live share, and for some reason, one of our live share crew members was talking about her daughter was baking banana bread. And then we must have just had a little chat about how awesome, like my mouth is watering. I was thinking, I have a bit of hunger, so I'm like, oh, banana bread. I think about putting a bit of coconut oil on like warm banana bread. So anyway, like 4 days ago, whatever, 2 days ago, we're in this chat sesh, and we're talking endlessly about banana bread. The following day is my niece's birthday. I give them a call, and they have a new cat. So they've had a family dog for yonks, and then I see this black cat walking around. I'm like, oh my God, you guys have a cat. So wonderful, so lucky. They're like, yeah, we got it for her birthday. Yeah, guess what my totally in the one mind love, my niece named the cat. Can any of you guess? Let's see if any guesses come through. Holla, holla. So yeah, my niece named a cat, and it's all in sync. And then I don't know where I was going with that, but it doesn't really matter. So, there you go. Food. I know we're talking about food. That's, I think I must be getting to that time of hunger, thunder. Ooh. So, oh yeah, I was gonna just see if there's any more questions coming through. Appreciate your bookings. If you guys are new here, holla, welcome. I'm MJ from All to Love. I set up All to Love in 2012, and it's just been a wild ride. I'm intuitively guided. Yes. There she is. Holla. Thank you, Lorna. Yes, my niece, the day after I find out that she named her new cat Banana Bread. What a great name. Or well, that was your idea, wasn't it? We could short form her nickname Banana Bread BB. And in fairness, I think this little black cat of theirs is a BB. You know, she's I think, yeah, that suits. So there you go. I'm gonna just pull one card from each. I'm loving the tarot, by the way. I'm like, I love doing the readings. I love how it works here. I love being able to come on live with you guys and just have the cards and, you know, shoot the shit. It's fun. It's like a familia. It is a familia of fearless lovers coming into greater harmony and balance and playfulness. This is good. Really good. Attuning to their divine gifts. Holla holla. And then I'm going to pull one from the Rider-Waite as well. Divine guidance and loving clarity is always my intention. Generally in life, it's certainly never my intention to offer anything other than that. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, Dr. Victor, how are you? So, first I'm just going to finish with this little mini collective reading. This is really, really positive, you guys. This is like manifestations are happening. Holla! Because 7 of Pentacles reverse. So 7 of Pentacles in the upright, I interpret it as waiting. The classic thing of like waiting for the water to boil. Like if you're just staring at the water, it takes forever, right? But this 7 of Pentacles is flipped upside down. And the Harmony card, 10, that's the end and the beginning. So this, whatever you guys have been, whatever seeds you've been planting, it's beginning to sprout now. And then the Fearless card has come up like Booyakasha. This is part of, thanks Lorna. Oh, let me grab my book because the Fearless card came up. And this is my book. My book is really about how you transform what I call emotional density, default patterns, which is conditionings and programming from your family, ancestry, your personal karma, and programming, social programming via television and education and stuff. So this book is essentially a pretty comprehensive guide, intuitively guided, and very much based on my own professional work and research over the last 20 years, because I had these spiritual awakenings when I was 19, and it was a rough ride for a while there. And, you know, the more connected I became, the more work, I ended up producing this bad boy. And it does work, but holy heck, it's deep shit. This transformational ascension, spiritual mumbo jumbo. Like, but then when you look at the state of the world, it's like, yeah, the world is in deep, deep pain, deep, deep trauma, and healing needs to happen. So any of us who endeavored this transformational healing, like, whoa, holla, holla, we can just keep holding space for our brothers and sisters who are going through their spiritual awakening. It's like, I love you guys. You know, just continue to hold space in your own joyful heart. Playful. Manifestations is here. And part of that is continuing to endeavor your own fearless life. Buy my book. Okay, I did see some, hey now. I saw somebody like shout when I looked down at that. Hey Yamali, how are you? And I just quickly saw, may I get a reading, please? And then the exclamation mark made me feel like you were yelling at me, like, may I get a reading, please? I'm like, so there again, it's like, I'm not going to assume that's what happened, but that's just in the moment how I interpreted it, and I'm sure it's not, so. Because I'm suddenly getting this little rebel. I'm like, if you force me, I will not. If you try to control me, I do what I want. Holla. Although I have to say, I do apologize. I will happily offer you a little mini reading, Yameli, but I do feel that somebody else, Nav, and see this is all this polite. Hello, hi love. May I ask a question? Nav, of course you may ask a question. And Doctor, may I have a June career reading? Yeah, that feels like a pretty big thing. If you want to book a private reading, I would absolutely welcome that. Although I will choose just a couple cards for your career in June. Ooh, new beginning. So yeah, you've let go. Well, it would appear there's an Ace of Pentacles here. You've possibly let go of one and are moving toward a new beginning in your career. Knight of Pentacles. So it's like you're letting go of something. And or maybe you're hoping a new beginning comes to you, but that's not what's in the cards. What's coming to you is that you're going to have to move toward a new beginning and take a leap. The Fool. Then the Fool is a major arcana, so this is possibly a pretty major phase in your life. Or Knight, you know, you're not a page, you're a knight, you're moving on up. You know, maybe you know you're worth more, maybe you want more from your career, from your life, and the Knight of Pentacles is taking that to move it forward. As in in this context, certainly what I'm feeling is that it's not just going to be handed to you. It's out of nowhere. It's not like this new pentacle, this new opportunity, this new career is just going to land in your lap. There's a sense of having to move toward it, and possibly having, like that general bit, that fearless card came up. This can be a scary energy to face, like being on the precipice of a cliff, right? It stirs up all the fears. So bear in mind that this night you're gonna dig in, you're gonna find some strength, you're gonna find some integrity, you're gonna find some clarity of what you want, and you're gonna go after it. And the new beginning, I think, is a really positive card, because we can only explore and expand from this new beginning, right? The Fool's a very like lighthearted energy, and usually when we're in that space of like there's infinite potential, there's infinite amazing stuff coming in, it's not that there's not going to continue to be ups and downs, but at least we're opening ourselves up, and that is a really positive manifestation energy, right? Rather than thinking we know exactly how it's all going to work out, which actually weirdly can limit us and can keep us kind of locked into certain densities, or again default patterns. It's not about, you know, laborious hard work. It's about moving forward with this sense of knighthood and this sense of like, I have enough, and then I can take this leap. I receive a new beginning. Holla! Amazing. Super duper duper. And then, so thank you. I receive a new beginning. But perfect. So you're moving forward with that, and you've already taken the leap as well, or you're about to take it. Hey LJ, how are you? Okay, so Nav, you have asked, when will I receive communication from Abby or AB? So, I'm kind of feeling like from these cards, like not anytime real soon. Three of Pentacle reverse, Knight of Swords reverse. Knight of Sword in the upright would be like moving really fast, moving towards you. There's some wounding here in this situation. Lack of clarity in communication, or none. And then this Knight is in the reverse, so they're or both of you are healing, maybe, or one or both of you have been feeling really rejected, or feeling abandoned, or feeling a bit lost with it. There's that 5. You're again, one or both of you is going through some pretty profound changes, because the Star card is also there to, I guess, shine a bit of light on these cards that I've pulled. There is a rising, you know, like there's, even though this might be a sticky or painful situation, there, at least one of you, if not both of you, are being guided by the Star. You know, you are rising up, both, but with that Knight of Swords reverse, it doesn't feel like they're charging in to make contact, right? They're in a healing, I almost want to say a healing crisis. They're in a the Star card is sort of telling me, if you want to reach out to them, you know, you could. There's no harm in that. But yeah, they're in some stuff. They're healing some stuff, and that, you know, of course, for any of us, it warrants you allowing and holding space, and at the same time not expecting anything right away. Yeah. So Nav, just, I'm not sure how that sits, but those were the cards anyway. So, Yamele, if you're still there, my friend, may I get a reading, please? You ask. Sure. Do you want me to just pull some cards, or let me know if you have a specific questions? Okay. Ugh. You know, this is part of the reason for the cards. I am a true people pleaser. It's great to make people feel good, and yet when the more we rise into our authenticity and integrity, we start to realize that people pleasing is not, it's not healthy for any of us at all. As in, it's not us in our integrity, it's our acting out of ego and wounding ultimately, which is so weird, all of it. But the more we come into our integrity, the more we're guided to things that help us stay in our integrity. And this is where the cards, like, I'm amazed at how the cards work and how the energies align when they align, and yeah, I can feel the impact sometimes of when the cards don't necessarily reflect what we might be wanting. It's always my intention to offer that divine guidance and love and clarity, so I'll always endeavor to see the positive. That's why that star card was there, right? Is that this is a up level, this is transformational healing, as in that's what they talk about, karmic you know, in our spiritual circles, they talk about our karmic relationships. Karmic relationships are some of the most painful ones. Betrayal, profound heartache. And I went through mine. I knew that it was a heart activation that was rising me. But boy, oh boy, it's so fucking intense, man. There again, nobody can prepare us for the depth of emotional healing when we endeavor, like, the law of attraction, I'm gonna create my own life, yeah, and then it's like it's like life in the universe seems to, or that's what it felt like to me anyway, for years and years. It just throws you about a lot, and on an emotional level, you build up an amazing amount of emotional resilience, and eventually you'll find your way and you'll feel really good about who you are, you know. Hey Nav, thank you. Lots of love, Chica. It looks like a Chica face on there, so lots of love to you, eh? Yeah, I know that, and like all of our, the entire, you know, this transformational global energy that we're in. Hey, I just saw a cat. Hey, you popped into my mind like within the last 24 hours. Really, really nice to see you here. I hope that you're well. I'll pull a couple cards for you. Well, in fact, you know, I want to. This card is here right at the bottom, so, and I did want to take it because it's such a beautiful card. And I mean, and then you have this. So there's a major, like, end of one, beginning of a new one, abundant, sovereign, holla. Like, that is some beauty right there, because the card after that was the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, and that's kind of connected to what I was talking about, is that on a collective level, part of our shifting awareness, people say from 3D to 5D, I just call it like paradigm shift, where energetically as a humanity, we're rising up to be more empathic and compassionate so that we can structure our world from those energies rather than like not being compassionate and empathetic to one another and like destroying ourselves and the planet. So yeah, we have to change, right? And the paradigm shift is about that personal change, which obviously a personal transformation is the transformation of the world. So for a lot of us, our conditioning around love and romance and relationships, in my opinion, is based in the old paradigm, which is more to do with control and domination than actual sacred love and a marriage, which marriage really does mean to extend love. So when you come into holy matrimony, that's a unifying, loving connection and bond between two souls to extend the love and the life they're visioning to create, not just procreation for the purpose of breeding, you know, or out of fear of like, must procreate, right? It's like, no, we are infinite and eternal, and so it's for a lot of us, even that desire to have a child personally isn't necessarily there, and it doesn't make any of us like more or less. And so to me, that union has to do with the life path that I want to create, the business, the service, the right. And so that is a creative extension as well. And those of us on this journey, the more authentic we become, the more apparent it is that that is, yeah, there's a lot of programming around like fall in love and Prince Charming and saving princess or whatever. We all grew up watching Disney, or a lot of us grew up watching Disney, and the Hollywood film industry is yeah, a lot of the painful programming that we're undoing has to do with the fact that we all think that once we're married, or once we have a boyfriend or girlfriend, or once we have a kid, then everything's going to magically get better, or like if we just fulfill society standards of what we're told life is meant to look like, then we're all good. And any of us on this awakening journey, we tried we tried to fit in, we tried to do this, we tried to do that, and then the awakening, the spiritual energies were just bombarding us. And being an empath, that's part of where the resonance connection is here in this community. Being an empath, like, you can't, like, that's where all the fucking, I would say, our global pandemic is stress, depression, and anxiety, because for the most part we're living in a system which denies our feelings. Like, suck it up, or like, what's wrong with you for feeling this stuff? It's like, well, the more empathic and the more people awaken and the more blah blah blee blee, we're starting to see it. We're starting to see the momentum, as it were, in our world, where more and more people are going, you can't. This is not, we're not going to tolerate. This is unacceptable. And in as far as in our own heart space, in our own personal reality, there's just certain things I do not tolerate in my field anymore. And yet, let's be honest, a lot of us have to dance with that darkness for quite a while before we're like, okay, I think I'm done doing that. Because well, because it hurts, or because it offends our soul, kind of thing. And yeah, like, certainly those of us who resonate here, there's no reason that people here need to be starving or homeless, or, in essence, certainly when it comes to a systematic oppressive fail of denial. And then people, anyway, blah 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 blah, holla holla holla. So I like to talk about lots of different things. Certainly with regards to spiritual awakening, paradigm shift energies, I endeavor to do my live monthly updates and my full moon and new moon updates. I'm not an astrologer. I'm intuitive, so it's all my own feeling connection to like my world and my perception ultimately. And then I just intuitively like to come live and do these intuitive tarots and get to know some more people. And then those noodle sessions, so when I just went off on one about systematic oppression, like, rise up and live from your heart, people, come on, we can do this. I save more of those noodles with the live share crew. They pay a monthly between £5.55. There's 3 options: £5.55, £8.88, and £11.11. So you pay a monthly sub, and we meet up sort of privately. And I just started doing. I did a Zoom share today, so we're gonna do occasional Zoom chats, and then private videos where we can meet up and chat and go deeper, because there's such profundity and depth to the work that we're doing. And increasingly, like the supernova soul, tribal soul families coming together, it's becoming so evident and clear that we need each other. And that's certainly a big shift that I had, where I was like, oh my, I know you don't even realize it until you realize it, but like leaning into friendships, like basically it's almost like a ton of flip, where I'm doing less and less and less and letting you guide me. So it's like I had a huge shift around. One of the live share crew members was like, hey MJ, like, I think maybe you're giving too much. And like I had a breakdown of like, is that, like, I was premenstrual, just, yeah. But then I received that. I heard it. You know, I allowed myself to receive what they were saying. And yeah, it's been a shift. I'm giving less and giving more to the people who are supporting All to Love financially and buying stuff. Like Lorna, thank you, Lorna, because Lorna, we were all on the Zoom call today, and then it took me a moment, but then I was like, ah, you're wearing the All to Love T-shirt, and then I'll put my, because you had a gray T-shirt, didn't you, Lorna? And then also, beautiful Lorna actually gifted me this because I had some pretty heavy duty troubles financially this last year and a half, which again, even though all this crazy energy, this has been very benevolent for myself and a lot of online entrepreneurs where it's worked out well. It smells good. I smell good. So yeah, these are just one design from the All to Love apparel. Thank you, Lorna, for mentioning that. See? Pardon me. You see how like your besties hook it up for you and really help you out? And I couldn't give enough, you know? Like at this point it's like I'm so thankful. And it's really, this whole brand has been born out of, and like always my deepest desire was, the only reason I ever wanted to like make money was so that I could give it away. Because I didn't understand how people could just, be so greedy and not be concerned about all the poverty and stuff, you know? I mean, my perception has radically shifted. I'm very aware of letting go of that burden of like saving the world, as it were, but I think for empaths and sensitive people, that is a powerful desire. Like, we genuinely want to help people. That's part of the people pleasing, and yet again, we can meet here and go, but people pleasing isn't healthy, because people pleasing means we're coming from our wounding, not our truth. And it can be challenging because the light of our own personal truth can make people feel bad, and then as an empath, that bio feeds back and we're like, oh no, fuck, shit, I'm sorry, I didn't and yet I gotta say, the more in alignment you live, the more you are totally living into ish. It's kind of amazing. Like you just don't meet those people anymore. You're not you only reflecting back light in other people who are also open to the light, and it is profound. So these patterns, they do eventually get healed, like legit. I'm alive to tell the tale, my lovers. You know, I mean, a lot of us, it's been a really painful, certainly emotionally painful existence. And the more we dig in, the more we believe in ourselves, the more we have faith in humanity, the more we vision a beautiful world, the more we blah, 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 blah. Now, here we are as a collective creating this foundation. This is a foundation for a happy life. And there again, as what we call the old paradigm, or these patriarchal structures, or I don't like to use any kind of one-sided divisive, but that's the collective, what people call it, okay? I just see it as a energetic projection on a certain level, which is more limited to where we're evolving into as a humanity. So what this reading is saying to me is that certainly in this community, it's like we've laid the foundations for a happy life. Now you have to receive it. Oh, check it. Holla. I don't know if you guys can see this bad boy. Oh my, get a gosh. Look at that. So this is a bespoke natal chart that I had commissioned. And her channel's The Roots. You message me or whatever. I'm not always putting it, but feel free, please, to message me, and I will endeavor to, and when I'm mentioning these paintings, I will endeavor to put Roots' email. Her name's Maz, by the way. But I'll put her email in the description. Mental note. I should just update that. Yeah. I'll put her thing in the description so that if you want to commission yours. So basically what you do is send your birth time, your name, your birthday, your birth time, and then pay, obviously. And then And then I think she'll just give you a price point or whatever, because she does different sizes. So obviously different sizes take different blah blah. But they're all completely unique, obviously, because our birth charts are unique, right? So Maz, hold on, I need to put this update YouTube description to add Maz. So that if you guys want one, please reach out to her. I know that she's starting to get busy, but like I actually feel like it enhances my room. It's just so beautiful. And she's actually put the Ultra Love logo and like just these stunning little touches. Anyway, I needn't go on. You guys can see for yourself how fucking gorgeous they are. And there again, anyone seeing this video at a later time, I will put Maz's email for the Bespoke natal charts in my description, okay? So feel free to check in. I think I heard, hello, oh snap. Hey E, how are you? I want to backtrack my lover. So Joshika, let's see if we get 3, right? How in your group do you meet? I love that. I love the hoodie. Thank you. So hey Scott, how are you? I mean Scott shoots hats. How in your group do you meet? I love that. Oh yeah. Oh, I would love for you to join us there as well, Kat. We meet like once a week and have deeper chats. And then if you go to ultralove.com/services, you'll see the live share crew. So the live share crew is, again, you can pay $555. And I'm not like, we've had, because I'm like super real about like how challenging some of our financial things can be, I just ask that people subscribe, and then if there's financial limits, as in if we run out of cash or something like that, just let me know, and it's okay. I'll keep people in the crew regardless of whether they can pay every month. But what I really appreciate is the honesty, and also the like, you know, we're trying to get there kind of thing. So yeah, as long as people want to stay in, I'll let people stay in, but I ask for that kind of initial commitment of yeah, the offering, the investment, as it were, because it's helping me massively stabilize and, well, keep going. A year ago I thought I might have to declare bankruptcy and let everything go, because I literally lost everything after fucking 5 years of putting my heart, sweat, blood, and tears and everything into this business. And then literally like everything, my whole community started to leave one by one, and then my mother got deported, and then I lost my car, I lost my flat, like talk about fucking shitty karma, moflowers. But I'm better now, and I'm happy to be here. I even gifted myself, holla, a beautiful fucking nerd base. This, cause guess what, see that heart in the middle, see that ultra love, that's my fucking life mish, mother lovers. So anyway, just blob festeroony. I don't know. Clear sentient, that feels like it maybe rings a bell. Like sentience, that's the feeling, right? So yeah, I'm super empathic and feel beyond the veil kind of thing, and I feel into the collective as well. So I'm gonna go back. So Anne, there's a few of you who've asked, and I would like to be able to offer. Let's start from the first. I feel like it was Joshika, I'll just pull a few cards. Characteristics of my future spouse. Bless you. You know, I must do just a endeavor. I've seen other readers do it, and I haven't done, right? But it would be fun to come live and just focus on love stuff, right? So let's just see if I can get that. It's wonderful that you emerged from the challenge. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like seriously, like there was times where I'm just like, like the last year and a half, like it was intense before. Like 2018 was fucking brutal, and then 2019 I just kept skidding out, like so much isolation and loneliness, and just like, and then fortunately Divine Side and Scott Satzla showed up, very like boom, like these divine brother, sister, mother, father, love energy, just being like, we are here and we support you. And Don't worry, my old default patterns like tried to reject them. Like, I'll do it myself. I don't need you. And then they just kept showing up like unconditional loving support does. Oh, thank God. And then I'm just feeling better. Okay, let's Joshika. You still with me? You still with me? Characteristics of my future spouse, Joshika. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Characteristics of their future. Ooh, Empress energy. Holla. So there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of earthly grace. This occasion, they all come up reverse, and that's not how I'm feeling it at all. There's an Emperor Empress vibe. There's somebody very much, or this could be you, okay? And there looks like that you're the potential partner or spouse, that they're very fiery, very passionate. They may come off to you or some other people as a bit of a player, but there again, because you're Empress, I would feel like they're wanting to make that commitment, and that you guys will go off on journeys together, that you may travel together, have adventures together. But there's certainly a lot of passion and a desire to ground it in. And that's the only maybe little hint around them being reversed, is that be aware of that kind of passion, just like and then fizzling out. So really, really make sure as you endeavor this kind of passionate energy or connection that you are in your power. Because if you're not fully in your power, there could be a bit of an in-out player energy, which none of us probably need at this point. And yet it feels like a lot of passion that could certainly take you both on an adventure, for sure. Nice energy. Okay, so let's move on. I hope that was all right for you, Joshika. I love the the handle, Joshika's Light. It's very beautiful. So Anne, did you have a question, or do you want me to just have a general? If there's no specific question, I'll just pull cards and let the intuition speak, essentially, right? So, where was I? Thank you, Anne. Perfect. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Loving your Instagram post, Lindsay. Thank you. What was the one I put? I saw one today about like, there's this, memes are just hilarious. And there's this, it says something like, God gave us all this like diversity and like beauty and life form and plant form and human form, and we just have this infinite love to create and blah blah. And then underneath that it's like, and y'all choose to just control everything and violently oppress it. And then there's a picture of God underneath just being like, what are you doing? What are you doing to each other and the planet? Which we find funny, but also for reals. Like, come on, peeps. Like, anywho, we'll get there. Might take a few hundred years, but we'll get there. So I'm pulling cards for Anne right now, sweets. Anne. I will. Cat, for sure. So Anne, general, and yeah. Priestess, high priestess. So you're definitely working on your intuition, or learning how to really follow and listen to your intuition, okay? There are some mental loops that you're laying down, which is why you're coming into greater balance with your intuition. I mean, high priestess energy is a very mystical as well, right? And balanced energy, quite a powerhouse, as it were. A little bit more serious to me personally is the Empress the High Priestess to the Empress. So the High Priestess, I would say, no, not necessarily serious, but a younger. I feel, thank you, holla. So High Priestess energy, I feel, is like the younger form of the Empress, which the Empress is in command of her universe. The Empress and the Emperor are the highest form of the beingness of our humanity, because the Emperor and Empress contain all four elements. They've essentially unified the elemental aspects of the king of fire, the king of water, the king of earth, and the king of air, and risen to become an emperor of in command of their energy. So so high priestess is to me like working up to those kinds of levels. And of course what you're aware of is that there's still a few mental loops. They're likely to be limiting mental loops, old default setting shit that you're laying to rest. So well done, because you're coming into balance, right? You're coming into balance with self, because high priestess is the main energy here. Oh, baby. Okay, I just wanted to pick one more card for you, Anne. So this is you're in a rebirth. It's why you need that's why you need your priestess energy to hold space for yourself during this. So this is the stuff you're laying down. This is possibly some old cycles as well that you're ready to let go of, and you really are coming into divinity, coming into innocence. That's also what's going to help you kind of maintain balance, because you've risen. You're on a new ground. You're on a new playing field now from where you've been, right? From where you've been. So the high priestess energy is ultimately guiding you to stay really anchored in your presence, anchored in your heart, in your seat of power, because she sat like a king or queen. She sat in that seat, right? There's the crescent moon. There might be a sense of dropping more deeply into your meditation, relaxation, and spiritual practices. There's like, I'm getting like lighting candles, creating your altar, like getting really serious, but have fun with it, creating your space so that you know for in 100% you're maintaining your balance and you're having a rebirth, which so many are. I just feel that you're maybe a little further along than some people I'm hearing around you, than some people around you, and or certainly the collective, right? Hannah! NDP in the house. Okay, bye. Have a great day, my lover. Oh my god. Yeah, for sure, Linz. Okay, let's go to Karen. Or Karen. Hi. Let's go on to word girl. Hey girl. I would love to. I'm keeping an eye on the time because I have other bits and bobs to do today. My Karen. Or what's going on? Cat. I think it's because it's Cat Aaron. Is that correct? Am I making a whole bunch of shit up? No, I'm not. Cat Aaron. And I'm plonking those together. So, Cat Aaron. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Divine guidance and loving clarity. I'm going to start by pulling 4 cards. 4 cards for Cat. 4 cards. Divine guidance and loving clarity for our cat. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. So there's definitely the end. This is the end. The end of some painful cycles. You have got opportunities and money. There's some money here wanting to come in for you. It's in the reverse though, and I feel it's a bit connected with this deep healing. And I also get a sense of your endeavoring or desiring to invite more passion into your life. And there again, the passion, whether it's a creative passion, whether it's a I'm hearing like whether it's a online dating passion, I'm not sure, you know, like this Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands are often the kind of can be seen more as like a player energy, but and or the way I would interpret that is just a really amazing encounter. It doesn't have to be sexual to be intimate, right? As in somebody comes in to bring passion into your life again, which is what helps us to really firmly lay this down, because it's here and it's in the reverse, which means it's over. You finished that cycle, it has been completed, and now it's like, okay, bring me some passion, bring me some life. And then that passion and that life is eventually going to bring a new beginning in the Pentacle, because there's a new there's an Ace of Pentacle and a Ten of Pentacle. Right now it's reversed, so I'm not sure that it's actually been brought to you yet, right? And then within all of that, there's a lot of opportunities around a lot of opportunities coming in for you. Ooh, baby. And almost to the point, but not in a painful sense. The intensity, I feel, could be about how much starts coming in that you're almost like, whoa, you know, like new beginnings and more money and passion and all these cups being offered. Like, I don't know what to do with myself no more. But then we know that we're in this, we're in this eclipse thing, right? We're in a portal and a very powerful, I mean, is it not obvious, like with what's going on the globe right now? But astrologically speaking, we're in a huge transformational portal, right? So the intensity is legit. It's just gonna carry on for a bit. But I feel you've done most of the deep, like the deep grieving and energetic transformation, right? And now there's a sense of lighten up, let the passion come in, let some fun come in, let some people just flirt, or you know, give you some attention, or give yourself some attention, or feel into, just imagine what that be like, or because that energy of passion is really what's going to help lift out of this past healing phase, which any of us know can be sticky. You know, it requires a lot of discipline to discipline the mind, which this whole game, as it were, this whole spiritual awakening is about our emancipation. That's a mental you know, it's the mind that we're rewiring ultimately, which then is the eventual rewiring and reprogramming of the systems of our world. Yeah. All right. So I know my Sagittarius is North Node, which means you're moving into that energy, right? I would say you're a bit of a light bearer as well, which is part of the Hermit and the pain you've been digesting. Now, like, lighten that, release. There's a sense I get here of have faith. Now, because this is in the upright, have faith that the people coming in, that the energies coming into you are truly benevolent. Now, with that Knight of Wands, I want to say it might not be that they last, that they stick around forever, but even if it's somebody where you have, you know, when you meet a stranger and end up having chats, and then they're like, hey, we're having great chats, let's go for dinner, let's blah, 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 blah. Like, it literally might just be a 12-hour encounter that makes you feel a little bit lighter and feel a little bit better, and then boom, boom, and then suddenly there's like some new opportunities, again, it's not right here now, but as that energy lifts up for you, as some kind of relief or break, or just mind off of where you've been and what you've gone through, even if it's for 5 hours or whatever, that you're not on that depth, and because I get that too, that isolation, that's it's tough, and sometimes we need to be open to letting that new energy in. That's bringing in new beginning and a lot of abundance here. I mean, it's a 10. It's the highest form of abundance. Just bear in mind, there might be, and there again, I was talking about this. We're in the middle of a very potent, and a lot of the astrology is saying, get ready, boys and girls, because things are gonna stop moving fast. And especially when a lot of us have been in hermit mode, it's what? Because we're so like, nothing is ever going to change, and it's been so deep and so long-winded, more than any of us could have ever imagined. So if everything starts to like get really good, that's also intense, but in the other sense. And that's what I also intuit in the Fearless Life Tribe and Life Share crew. We talk about this, is that, and I'm aware of it intuitively, that we talk about transforming these lower energies, but what do we do with all this ecstasy and bliss? We have to be able to ground that into our bodies, and this is why we're all connecting in soul tribes, because we need each other. I've been there in my own personal journey in these last few years, where I'm barely sleeping and like just like riding this high essentially, and you know, what comes up must come down. If you haven't got the pillars of support to sustain that level, to sustain bliss and ecstasy, you need other people to help support that, and I know it to be true, right? So I love hermit mode as well, and I encourage hermit mode, absolutely, but there are moments where you realize, like, I gotta break out of hermit mode too. I need to connect with other humans, you know. It makes all the difference, as in, it's what helps us to sustain higher vibrations, you know. And ultimately, from these higher vibrations, from higher consciousness perspective, that's the whole point. That's why we're all showing up for each other. It's like, I know you, I remember you. Yeah, I'm allowed to be joyful. I'm allowed to be free. I'm allowed to be a blue, blah, 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 or whoever we might be, right? And for a lot of us, it felt like that wasn't the case 5, 10, 25, whatever years ago, right? So let us, you guys are so funny. I want to, so Lindsay, and then I'll do my, my North Node Scorpio. Is that a good thing? I'm not an astrologer. I just have intuitive awareness via my own personal research around it. Sun, mine is 10 of Pentacles, card Leo rising. Maybe I can rise in. Oh, amazing, amazing. That's good news. It is good news, isn't it? Cat. Are Scorpio and Aries in love and still together? Hey, word girl, I'll get around to that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna do Lindsay, if Lindsay's still there. I'm gonna do a quick read for Lindsay, and then I'm gonna do Clementine, and then I'm gonna do word girl. All right, and if I have time, I'll try to do American Dad. American Dad, we've met before, haven't we? We've been here. Okay, so Lindsay. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Lindsay. And then yes, Clementine. I do apologize if I've mixed the order. There's no way for me to keep track of the order of when people are asking questions ultimately. That's too many. Lindsay, light worker, legend. Nice. Temperance, taking care of yourself. I feel like you might be journeying a little. I get a real sense of like shamanic journeying, like you be going on these adventures, or it could be physical. It's 3 of Wands, which would say like a travel card. I'm going on an adventure. I'm going on a soul searching thingy. There again, I just intuit these energies a little bit differently sometimes. So like, I feel like in your self-care practices and your temperance, you're taking time to really journey your imagination into different dimensions, you could say, that are starting to really up level. I'm getting a very powerful sense of like angelic presence around you, and this is the temperance, and I feel like maybe you're starting to become aware of an angelic presence guiding you, supporting you, like an angelic being just behind you. And maybe this is part of your guidance to journey more within your consciousness. Now, there is a 5 of Pentacles, and obviously that card is like the wounded child card or the rejection and abandonment wounding. So it might be, and then I'm looking over and that intensity card is still there. I haven't shuffled, but it's still there, and it's making me think that it almost feels like that wound might still be a bit open. As in, there could be something going on that wound is still getting triggered, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned. Which is why I'm really wanting to lean into like that temperance, your angels, tune in to the grace, the light, the benevolence, and your own angelic. Because it's your beingness, and then I see the presence, this very light-filled, like huge light-filled presence behind you. But I'm almost getting this sense of let it in, let that force, let that wisdom really let it in, and that will help you. Really dig in to transform any remaining separation wounds. And the intensity is sort of telling me, dig in, this is it now. This will be the final push, as it were, for you to really start to be free in your exploration and to be free to stand in your angelic wisdom, because that's, a teacher. I feel again, it doesn't matter how these roles look. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that I get that, like, you're a teacher of God, or whatever, if you want to say that. Has that hit a nerve, Beba? Are you alright? Big hugs for Lindsay. Yeah, like you're a teacher. You have light to shine for the world, and the 3 of Wands is like, it's time to. I feel it as well. I just got like hardcore goosebumps everywhere and almost feel like crying. I'm like, oh my God. It's time. Like and this is an adventure. This is the adventure of a lifetime that you are born to do, So holla. Yeah, you're coming into full alignment. You're coming into full integrity this wounding, if that is still triggered. Okay, final push now. This is it. Yes. Okay, Clementine. By the way, I love that name. Isn't there a song, you guys? What's the Clementine song? Isn't it something going round? Am I a douche? I don't know. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you were lost and gone forever, oh my darling Clementine. All right, so Clementine, hey Ellen Lovely, how are you? Clementine, did you have a question, sweetie? And then Word Girl. So Clementine, oh there, send a question or I'll just pull cards and it will be general, okay babe? All right, you? Yeah, great. I always love being live with my lovers of the Heartly Vibrashe Art Live TV community. It's just getting better and better ultimately. It's been a wild ride. Clementine. Life, it's different from mine, but I believe different views are interesting. Me too. Me too, American Dad. I feel that. Homesteading and speaking out about God. I have seen it, right? And digging roots with my husband is hard right now. Fear of losing, right? Okay. There's some stuff here, Lindsay. You feel free to email me, hun. Email me or send me an Insta message. We can have a bit of back and forth if need be, okay? Mega gratitude for you. Okay, Clementine, we got you. How A feels about me, how he view me. I'm Sarah at Gemini. Okay, so how does A see Sarah? This is quite a positive card. Right away, my intuition is that he or she, or yeah, he, I don't need to, you know, I don't mean to assume anything, but this person sees you as somebody who has overcome a lot of challenge. Yeah, they see you as somebody who has come, so they see you as somebody who has overcome a lot of challenge, conflict, you could say, and they do see you as a potential loving partner. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. It may have felt to you that the Wheel of Fortune has not been going in your favor. And, yeah. I want to pull one more card. Yeah, you're in a transformational phase right now. The cards are kind of saying, you must know that love is available to you. And again, the question was like, what does this person see? They see you as somebody who has overcome a lot of conflict and challenge, and they said we might still be in, like, we might still be in the transformation because that's a 5, the 5 of sword reverse. So be patient with this connection, okay? But there is a 2 of cups, so this is a loving union. This is potentially a divine counterpart. I just don't like to like put too much emphasis on that stuff, especially with these transformational energies. But yeah, that's what's come through the cards. Okay, let's see who else. And then who else? Remember, is Word Girl still here? Word Girl, are you still around? And yeah, Lindsay, that piece, that's warrants for me saying reach out, let's noodle out those energies coming up for you, okay? And American Dad, I really appreciate that. That's part of the collective shift. So we've moved in, North Node is in Gemini now, and South Node is in Sagittarius. So we're moving in, we've spent the last few weeks probably integrating the last transit, which was moving through South Node Capricorn, what we're letting go of, control patterns and control system, moving to Cancer, learning how to love and nurture ourselves, right? And unconditional love and acceptance. So we're integrating that Cancer North Node axis shift, and now we're moving into the Gemini North Node. And then again, as a collective, what Gemini is represented, or representative of, the way I see it, is that more and more of us are being able to do what you just said, basically. So we're getting better at being able to hold space for difference. A difference of opinion, a difference of, well, we're all different. And what we're seeing, of course, are the explosive, the shadow of, you know, where we're eating and tolerate, or we're all supposed to fit into some fucking box, right? That's not going to work anymore. We need to learn how to hold space for our differences and our diversity in love, you know? And let people be who they are, you know? Hey girl! And then, is Word Girl still around? Did I miss her? Possibly. The point in time is epic. Nice one, E. Okay, I am gonna have to start wrapping it up. All right, okay, yes, Word Girl, holla holla. Oh, my lovers, I wish I could stay here for longer. I actually have shit to do today. After like months of isolation and like, yeah. So I'm gonna get to my Word Girl, because you were up there with early on asking, and I said I would. So, okay, I'm going to get to that. And someone just asked, Jessie, so will I become a tarot reader? I really want to say to you, hey girl, if you want to, do it. If you want to be a tarot reader, do it. If you feel the connection to the cards, and if you feel a connection like that to other tarot readers and blah, blah, then start practicing. Start just maybe doing what I'm doing, like live tarot feeds, and just see how it feels, or offer some tarot readings to friends. And if it feels aligned, then yeah, I'm sure doors will open for you, and I'm sure eventually bookings and stuff will come in, and you'll be able to offer people a little bit of guidance, maybe. I always see it as like people's intuition are asking them, and it's reflected back, and it's all knowing as well. Okay, okay, so Word Girl. And then Jessica, indeed, most of us sort of who align with empaths, or even intuitives, highly sensitive people, it's more than likely that we are in alignment with the ideation of a starseed. I talk about a lot of this stuff on the channel as well. It's the fact that we've broken through the veil of 3D paradigm and recognize that we're all a part of this great cosmos, you know? Before it's... Right, yeah. Okay, Word Girl, you had a question. I'm going to look at it now. Is the Scorpio in love with the Aries and just talks to me because he feels bad? Is the Scorpio in love with the Aries? Is the Scorpio in love with the Aries? Is the Scorpio in love with the Aries? It looks like it. They're in the upright. Ooh, baby. Yeah, they want a new beginning. Or they want some passion with you. And they're coming in the upright, the Scorpio. King of Cups. They have a lot of love. And they're looking at you, and they want, or they... I don't know that they're married. But this is a new passionate beginning that they're wanting. That's what's coming through with the cards anyway. Maybe the Aries person isn't as... They're the Four of Cups, so the Aries feels maybe a little bit like, I don't know. They want passion. I think they might be, yeah, they want, that feels very, it does feel kind of sexual to me, actually, because it's a fire. It's like, you know, and they're looking at you, and, but this card is like, I feel that the Aries person is just not that fussed, not that interested maybe, or not that, or maybe they're uncertain. Maybe they've been disappointed by cups presented to them in the past, and they're a bit like, what do you want? You know, a bit forlorn, a bit down in the dumps. Why are they looking at you? They're looking at you because they're attracted to you. They're sitting in their power, and they want, do you know this person? Is this because the new beginning is like they want to offer you a passionate new beginning. They have a lot of desire for you. They're looking at you. They have a lot of love. They are in their power. They're in the upright. There's clarity here. They want the passionate new beginning. I just see you going, I don't know. Like, can I trust that fucking cup? Because these cups let me down. Don't rush anything. You don't need to rush anything. Also, this is another thing I have to keep reminding myself. You can ask, you know? I feel that. I do feel there's a lot of love here. Absolutely. They're in the upright. It's a King of Cups, which is representative of the water sign, but also the cup is the heart, the King of Hearts, right? And he's in the upright, which means he's in his integrity, he's in his seat of power, and he wants to offer you this new beginning. He's looking straight at you, okay? These start to get quite like, what? Because we can't control people's free will, and this is only in the moment, but in this moment, they are only looking at you. Okay? Yeah. They're wanting to conjure it. They also know that they can't manipulate you. or they don't want to manipulate you. So they're endeavoring to like stand in their power, pour love and vision and or imagine that this passionate beginning that they want with you, but they're also respectful, right? But I get a sense of like they're in this scorpionic energy. Scorpios are deep. And that card just popped out with Wheel of Fortune. So there ain't no third party right here, hun. There's only two people, and the energy, this person is like intently focusing on you. And the passion almost makes me laugh because they're really into it, you know? So holla. But there again, and even in our little bit of communication here, I really get a sense of you being like, Which I personally think, especially if we've been hurt in the past, I think it's really good to hang back. So straight up work girl, lova, honey bunches of oats. I'm not going to go there, okay? Because it's not his reading. This is yours. And I feel like this is inadequate. Like, you have to start to trust yourself and either be willing to take the cup or you choose not to. And it's always in your free will. You feel me? It's in your free will to take that cup or not. But his eyes are on you. There's no other women around or no other people. He wants a beginning. He wants a blah, blah, blah. Okay, well then that's part of why he's so intent then. If he's fucked up in the past, he knows it and he is not looking out. He's not straying now. He's like looking straight at you. But Henny, stay here. Stay here. Hey, that's not true, American Dad. I'm alive to tell the tale, okay? People change. Absolutely, people change. And I know that because we cause pain when we're in pain and when we're wounded, and sometimes we have to go through some shit, right? And we can there's many reasons why we end up cheating, and I don't align with anything that keeps people in shitty patterns. Like, they're a narcissist and they're always going to be a narcissist, or a cheater is always a cheater. I don't agree. There. So, American Dad, that's exactly what you were saying before, right? About how we have a different opinion on that, and that's okay. And maybe that's sometimes maybe where we need to be in that moment, right? Okay, that's not where I want. I do, and I know it because I've lived it, right? As in, I know that people can fundamentally change because I've lived it. I've transformed my life. I've transformed my beingness. I've transformed my body. And I've transformed it from a time in my life when I didn't believe it was even fucking possible. I wasn't even trying to change necessarily. I just accepted that my life was probably going to be a bit shit and miserable. And then some stuff happened that made me realize I can't give up. And holla, boy, am I glad I didn't, because life is so beautiful and deep and profound and fucking intense. Holla, 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 divine side is in the house. Awakened in loving light. Hey, Christy, I see you, and I'm gonna question below. I got you, girl. So what is the status of the new music I sent to Slip and Slide Records? Ooh, that makes me all like, That makes me all chillifacta. So I'm intuitively right now, I'm picking up on like, what did you say? What's the status of the music you sent? So, and Ellen, okay, I'll get round to Ellen, and then I got to go, you guys. What's the status? So I intuitively right now I'm getting a sense of, okay, be patient with this because of just the global cray stuff that's going on. I'm aware of that with a couple people in my personal life, and then generally energies that are coming in. People are, everything's taking a bit longer than normal, okay? Slip Inside Records, the music you sent, I'm assuming. Yeah, they're the Chariot verse. So it's not moving forward really fast. But the Chariot's here. So this is a major arcana. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of, you know, you've possibly been grieving. You feel there's been a fair amount of disappointment, but this is reverse. So you're going to be overcoming this energy. Now, this Ace of Wands wants to come through. Now that is a new beginning. Are you getting enough sleep, Chica? You certainly have been through a lot in the here now moment. Malova, are you getting enough sleep, and how is your headspace? Okay. So that's maybe why you're here, and that's part of this. This new beginning wants to come in for you, okay? But we're gonna have to get you out of here. Okay, we're gonna have to heal, really heal properly to move this forward, and for you to be open to receive the new beginning that you're asking for, which I'm assuming is like some positive stuff happening for you in your career and your life. Keep that card out. I'm gonna pull a few more cards for you, Christy. Okay. So what's the antidote? I would say if there are sleepless nights and you're not working, or blah blah, you're working too hard and you're a bit frazzled, that's gonna hold manifestation back. It does, right? So getting things moving again has to do with, you need to give yourself a little bit of time to look after, like maybe have a good cry, you know, or just finally go, I'm done. It's over. This fucking shitty patterns, or these fucking these big letdowns and not believing in myself. I'm done with that. And yet give yourself time to rest and heal, you know? I think everyone is sleepless with COVID and protests going wrong. And that's part of you being guided to a channel like this. So cut it, so as in just for even 20 minutes, or even just take a day, turn the TV off, shut your doors, light some beautiful smelling candles in your bathroom, and have a bath. And know that you have the resource within you to love and look after yourself, and to open doors to a greater and more benevolent life. And you reaching into those higher vibrations, that's going to help all these people and all this energy and all this collective craziness that is going on right now. Because here's the thing about, this is why I promote unplugging from mainstream media. That stuff that we see on our screen, what can we do about it? We can't like jump into our screens and like shine peaceful onto all those protests. There's an agenda behind the propagated messages in the media, okay? And like watching it or engaging with it isn't necessarily helping with the mental state right now. So your new beginning really is about you dropping deeper into your healing. So it's a can't stand propaganda. So girlfriend, don't watch it no more. I permission you. I don't watch it. I haven't watched it for like 10 years. And I can tell you straight up legit, it takes a while to unprogram that distortion, that delusion of the propagated media. You feel me? So if it doesn't feel good to watch it, cut it out, at least for a day. Or stop watching it in the morning, or blah blah, whatever it is. Look after yourself. Like literally just cocoon yourself into your own little like, it's just me and blah blah blah, and I believe in myself. Like fucking the divine mother that we all need, of like, I believe in my dreams. And get yourself into that good feeling space. You feel me? You know? Okay, I'm gonna pull it, because there's the King Cups here. So there's a loving energy that like wants to support you. Yeah, you've got a bit of stuff to work. Yeah, there's definitely some power players coming into your world, or surrounding your reading. The main energy here is in this here now, where it gotta you discipline the mindscape, calm the nervous system, do more of your self-love, healing, resting practices, and then trust that you'll start to be guided and you'll be moving forward. There's a creative new beginning on the cards here for you, and there's a lot of power players. They're in the upright and they're looking. Okay, but think of it this way: if we're like, stress, shit, fuck, like, they can't see that. And so the work that you do, and then look, this is the card supporting the reading. Girlfriend, you've got a happy life. You've got a happy life ahead of you. I feel like I want to fucking cry. Tears of relief, right? Okay, thank you. Awesome. Yes, Christy. Yes. Good. Get yourself rested. Get that mind calm. Open your heart. Know that you're good. Know that you're talented. Know that people see it, sense it, feel it, blah, blah, okay? It must be Joshua Harvey. Okay, yeah, because there's power players. If it's not one, it's two. And this is the major power player. And part of that energy coming in is stop trying to defend it. Stop trying to prove yourself, right? I totally fucking know this. If we're still going, I have to do it, I have to work hard, we're not open to receive it. That's part of the weird paradox of manifestation. I had to stop giving so much, stop caring so much, stop trying so hard. Exactly. Boom. There it is. Yes. Stop. You're good enough. That's all. You're good enough. You're good enough. Stop stressing about it. You got this. You got this, okay? You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. There. They'll walk in. Play. Have some fun, girl. Like, sing your heart out. Love your life. Yes. Beautiful. Straight up legit, sister. That's how it works. You're on it. Know it deep in your core. You see the visions, right? You see yourself making music. You're making music. You know that's the only thing that you want to do. That's all that makes your heart sing. That's like, yeah. Trust that flow. You are, for sure. Hi, Katie Jai. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna pull just one more card for our collective reading, and Katie J, thank you so much, you guys. Like, this is a good time to go live, huh? The energy I get drives me insane. Girl. Oh, Ellen. My lovely. I one more, right? One more. Katie, my home girl. Katie, if you want me to pull a few cards for you, I'm happy to, based on your donation right here. However, my final read for today's sesh is going to be for Ellen, because Ellen, is that right, Ellen? Yeah, Ellen, I think, sent a little across. So I'm going to, is it just the general for you, darling? So general, pull divine guidance and loving clarity for beautiful Ellen. Ooh, baby. This is lovely. So, you, it looks like you're working on your inner strength here a bit. Or the cards are saying, yeah, you're kind of working on your confidence. Actually, there's the main structure running through these cards are your work. You're putting... This is the Ultra Love TV community, my lovers. Thank you. I feel so lucky. And then it's 22. So, holla, thank you. Ellen, you're working really hard right now on yourself, and you're working on laying down some foundations, right, to build a happy life. I guess the advice is, like, really empower your strength, as in, you've got this. You can do this, okay? Because all the Eight of Pentacles is upright, and that Four of Wands is upright. You're doing it. Whatever this joyful life that you're endeavoring to lay the foundation for, you're doing it. The Hanged Man is there. I feel this is probably connected to, of course, the collective energies. Like, like, let's be honest. Like, there's just a whole bunch of shit none of us can do right now, right? So be kind to yourself, okay? So Star, like, if you're if that like, huh, when is it ever gonna fucking change? Yeah, but the Hangman is saying we just gonna be suspended here for a bit. Just keep doing whatever you're doing because you're doing good work. And then again, the advice is, here we go. It's that this is a major arcana. Okay, we got two major arcanas here, and this card is like it's in the reverse. And this is why I'm saying this is sort of like this. The advice here is like, dig in, really, really believe in yourself. Know that you're the king of a jungle and the angel of the world, the angel of the cosmos. Like, you literally have everything you could possibly need. But with this being in reverse, especially if that hanged man energy has been persisting a little bit, you might be feeling a little like, meh, meh, like, what's the point? Or like, you know, like we all have down days and whatever, but especially we're here now and I'm with you. It's like this energy is being asked that you really work on that. Continue to work on that, as in, it's not all just work all the time, okay? There's something about empowering ourselves to believe in more, you know? So it doesn't have to be hard work. Enlighten your inner strength to know that, yes, you can put the work in, and you also are manifesting. So it might be that you want to invite maybe a couple more people, or at least one other person, to help you put these foundations down, if that's what you're working toward, right? But it has something to do with you turning this card right side up, okay? So you might just be having like a wobble, you know what I mean? You've been setting, because you're at the Eight of Pentacles. Whatever you're working toward, there is momentum, okay? Like you're not at a one. It's not like this brand new thing that you've started. You're working on something. And what I gather is that you're working on having a foundation to create a loving and sustainable and stable, happy life. Yeah, great. So then the advice is like, make sure you're especially if we have that wobble, give yourself a break, take a duvet day, have a massage, give yourself a bit of pampering modes so that you start to be like, hello, I'm a queen of a jungle and I'll play with the lions, and just have some fun, which for any of us, a little bit of juicy fun and laughter can for momentarily at least take us out of this hanged man energy, right? It's just like some days I'm just like, God, it'd be nice to just go to a cafe with my laptop, but no, can't do that right now. So try to get creative around the ways that you lighten up around the work. But again, the cards are saying you're doing it, okay? You're working. Foundation is going to get laid down, but the global energies and the hanged man is a bit like, what the fuck? So you might be, and that's maybe why you've ended up here and you're asking the question, is that maybe you're starting to feel a bit like, oh shit, am I actually doing the right thing? Or did I, like, our confidence gets knocked, right? Our inner strength. So that's probably why you're here. Give yourself mad props in your imagination, your mind, your heart, your beingness. Bring that lion in. Know that you're fucking fierce. You know what I mean? Yes, that's how I feel. Jolly good. You're fierce. You're on it. You're on it. Just be really patient again with these, because these global energies are affecting us all. And with this, what are we? We're in this eclipse season. Changes here, changes definitely here. Ooh, I love this card. It's my favorite card. I am so happy to meet you all. Some of you are new. And just always, it's such a pleasure to be here with my lovers. And if you are new, thank you. Welcome to All to Love TV. This is my favorite card in the Osho deck. This happens to be at the bottom of our deck. And this is my final. Thank you, you guys. Appreciate the likes and the donations through the super chat and everything like that. Oh, bonjour! Hello, Caroline. How are you? Girlfriend, I'm just finishing up. Big hugs. Hugs. But hey, Caroline, you've arrived at, there again, my favorite card of the deck. So this is abundance for this community. Ease, and also like color, rainbow, life, joy, fun, play. And the thing is about this card, what I love about it is like, it don't matter. This person doesn't give a Ross how much money or how much blah blah. They just be the dude. Holla. Everything I need always shows up always. Like, holla. Like they're fucking cool and at ease in themselves and infinitely abundant. infinitely so. They're just totally at one with their regenerative divine self, floating on cloud nine and radiating fucking the full color spectrum of the rainbow. So this is abundance, and I also want to say this is for a lot of the community really coming into your authenticity. Because this guy, the reason he's so abundant is because he is absolutely himself. So that's a nice little reminder and probably closing piece for the empaths of this world. Like, you're safe now. It's safe for you to be who you are, and that's the ticket. That's the ticket to like living your most epic life and being your most joyful self. It is the best card ever. And one of our you know, major team hot lovers of the ultra love community in a couple weeks is getting this. So they tattooed the Zorba. They tattooed this card onto their forearm, and then obviously all the lockdown stuff happened or whatever, and they needed to wait because it's quite a big tattoo. But in a couple weeks, they're gonna get it filled in. So they're gonna get the added color and all that. And I've sent them, actually gifted them because they're very generous. So I sent them an Osho deck so that the tattooers can see it really clearly, like all the colors. It will be different, but I'll probably post it on the community page when the tattoo is finished. Oh. But let's be honest, lovers, like after so much bullshits of everything we've been through, like, hello, get your authentic freak on. And yeah, this is more about you just being the total awesome human that you are. All the shades, the shadows, the light, the victory, you know, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And like sitting there and being like, yeah. And in that kind of presence, you're open to receive it all. Which is this divine cosmic, it's like vibrate the cosmos, and the cosmos clears the path. Totally at one with the cosmic connection, one with Earth, and then at very ease. You know, this person is he's at ease in his beingness, right? So he's dropped into his seat, and then that just sort of oozes that life force from him. A very healing energy. At the same time, I get a bit of a dude energy, like quite a cool guy. But in a compassionate sense, in a truly unconditionally loving sense. And there's something here. This is something, the sun and the moon. That's another aspect of unity. And then the rainbow spectrum. This is like a rainbow tribe as well. Ah, it's such a good card. I'm looking at more of the detail now. He's holding a lotus flower, which is symbolic, I would say, of infinite, like, regenerative energy. There's these mountains in the background. Yeah, this card is just stunning. It's almost like he's riding a magic carpet as well. So there's a little bit of like a genie energy. Let's all rise up into this so that we can show the world what they're truly made of. So that people will rise into their divine loving power and not tolerate anything less. Holla, my lovers. Okay, I really have to go now. It's such fun hanging out with you here. Thanks again, you guys, and I hope to see you real soon. Peace out.